And we are live. Welcome to Sun News Live with Moni Jones. And as you guessed it, you're right. I'm the host, Moni Jones. And today we have a very special in studio guest. I keep saying in studio, I know we're virtual. Mr. Brandon Washington, who was the son of Ron Washington, who is was the owner of the famous legendary black-owned restaurant on South Street called Ron's Ribs. And his son, Brandon, is carrying on his legacy. So, Brandon, thank you so much for being a guest today on our show.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me about my project.
Absolutely, our honor. So first, you have a big event coming up on May 16th. So share with our audience about what's happening and why that day is really important for the Ron's Ribs, Mr. Ron Washington legacy and your legacy as well.
Sure thing. So May 16th is National Barbecue Day, and it's actually also my dad's birthday. And it's the day that, my dad, May 16th, Team Tars.
Okay.
And it's actually also going to be the day that I'm going to start selling the sauce in 12-ounce bottles on the website and to the community and anybody else who wants a bottle. We're having an event at 1901 B on 19th Street, at 19th and Washington, and I'll be giving out 400 ribs, some wings, and a vegan alternative to the community as they take tours to see the space, which is the part of the reason, or a big reason, why I've decided to relaunch the sauce to support it.
That is beautiful. So that sauce, now, is that your father's signature sauce that we all love?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay. So can you tell us the secret, just a little bit of the secret, what makes that sauce so great?
I don't know. I don't want to disclose too much. That's for me to know and y'all to find out. But essentially, it reminds me of a time when a lady asked me, was the sauce tomato based, mustard based, or vinegar based? I said it's all that and then some.
Okay.
It has a tingy sweetness to it, but nice. And then the hot version gives it a nice little kick. So I think my mom gave me the stamp of approval, so I think we're good to go. Definitely that old flavor.
Okay, how long did it take you to get that recipe right, just like Mr. Ron had it?
Honestly, about almost 11 years, I want to say.
Ooh.
Yeah. For a while, I've been trying to get it right. I remember the ingredients. I have this one memory of my dad showing me, how much to use, but after trying it out at various barbecues and different events, like people say they like it, but my mom would always say, no, that's not it. So it wasn't until recent that she gave me her stamp of approval, and she said, yeah, baby, that's the one. So here we are. I've got it co-packed with a company called the Organic Food Incubator out in New Jersey. They do all the FDA stuff, and it'll be manufactured and ready to distribute come Sunday. So
Sunday, May 16th. Now you said you were giving away ribs, so I just want to be clear. Are they free?
Yes, free. I mean, we'd love donations for the space, but that is not a stipulation of the ribs for you to enjoy that. The ribs. I just want y'all to taste the sauce again and celebrate my father's birthday and National Barbecue Day.
Absolutely. And give the address of the event.
1901 B. Okay. Washington Avenue.
Okay, so 19th and Washington.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the time again, just so we don't forget.
12 p.m. until supplies last.
Until supplies last. Okay, so for those folks who may not know of the history and legacy of Ron's Ribs, talk about your family's restaurant and also the history of that building as well, where Ron's Ribs was located.
Sure. So my dad opened up Ron's Ribs in 1984. He took it over from Miss B. Miss B had BB's Longside in the space for like decades before my father took it over. In fact, my dad grew up next to her, and that's really how he was able to talk to Miss B and then into selling him the business when she was ready to, sell. And apparently before that, it was a rib joint. It was BB's and Lester's before that. So really that space has been a rib joint in a historically Black neighborhood for almost well, it was a rib joint for in a historically black neighborhood for almost 100 years. Almost 100 years. I want to say at least a good 60, 70.
Now that is valuable information that many people may not know. So the location where your father's restaurant was, Ribs, and what was the exact address of Ron's Ribs?
1627 South Street.
So that building has had black-owned business owners for the past 100 years.
Yep. So right
That's
now
wonderful.
I'm operating out of the second floor of the business. That's
Okay.
why I'm, storing the sauce and distributing it. But essentially, the first floor possesses Tico's Tacos, and my family, we still own the building. But Tico's Tacos does serve the sauce, so you
Does
got
serve the sauce.
if you
Okay.
can get a bottle from the website, you can get a bottle from there. You can also get it on. You can enjoy Ron's signature wings or Ron's enchiladas, and just have some finger licking, great tasting barbecue sauce.
That
So
is awesome. Now, speaking of legacy, do you have children and are you passing on the secrets to them to keep the legacy going?
I have a child.
A
Um,
child, okay.
yeah, my daughter Ava Washington, Ava Van Dyke Washington, I should say. But yeah, we actually enjoy making sauce. It's one way I can spend some time with my daughter. We
Okay.
and and she actually enjoys doing. We have like an ongoing joke about who has the sauce, so it's pretty fun, and it allows me to really experience what my dad may have experienced growing up. So I really enjoy it, to be
That,
honest. Yeah.
that is beautiful. And thank you so much for sharing. Um, in light of you shared that information that many may not have known that the building that your father was in and that you're in today has been, all the businesses there have been black owned for the past 100 years. Would you be able to share some insight into the historical significance of that neighborhood as it pertains to black history that our viewers may not know?
Sure. So that particular area used to be a black business district.
Okay.
A lot of like Billie Holiday used to sing at the Royal. I think John Coltrane has a house in the area, and in fact, W.E.B. Du Bois wrote about the Seventh Ward, right? So it's right on the edge, right there. So if you read the book, he talks about that area along with I think also in the Philadelphia Negro as well. He discusses that area. Another prominent figure of the area is Marian Anderson. The we have Marian Anderson Rec Center, but you can also visit her house, and just get a lot of history of us, in Philadelphia.
That is awesome. Well, Brandon, Mr. Washington, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a guest here with us on Sun News Live with Moni Jones. I know you're preparing for your big day on Sunday. So, one more time, because I always believe that repetition breeds retention, as they say.
Absolutely.
So, if you can give us the date, time, and location. Oh, before we go, Little Birdie told me you have a nonprofit called Stream Engine.
I do,
Just
I
talk
do.
about that.
So, oh, thanks for reminding. I really appreciate that. So, to support my particular the space that I'm working on, I started a nonprofit. Originally, I was going to use a nonprofit to provide STEM education and career readiness services, but was it kind of molded into a network of my friends, family, and my professional network who all have aspirations to achieving the goal I wish to achieve, which is to prepare everybody, for the 21st century. Society has become very technologically dependent,
Okay.
and we want to help alleviate those stresses and needs so everybody can get online, everybody can take advantage of technology, and just have more opportunities at their disposal.
Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you for joining us today and being our very special guest on Sun News Live with Moni Jones. Your event is happening on May 16th at 1900 B Washington Avenue.
1901 B Washington Avenue, right there at the corner of 19th and Washington. The entrance is on 19th Street. It starts
Okay.
at 12 p.m. and it lasts until supplies last.
Great. Great. And if you could please share with us your website and your social media handles so we can follow you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You can follow me personally at WashiWash, WashieWash, last name Washington, so go figure. And then you could also follow the sauce at Ron's Signature Sauce, and you go to ronsignaturesauce.com.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you so much, and we are looking forward to seeing and attending your event on Sunday, May 16th.
Looking forward
Brandon,
to
once again, thank you. And to all of our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Sun News Live with Moni Jones. Have a good one.